Alright guys, so we are back, episode 5 here, and I have started the new area that will pretty much take up the rest of the right side of this park. So this will be pretty much finishing this side of the park, this episode and next episode, and then after episode 6 we'll be moving on to the left side of the park. But what I did was I wanted a modern wooden roller coaster that would have been built probably like 2020, 2021 after the pandemic. And I remember the GCI concept that they had back in 2018, that the lift hill looked like this. And I wanted to do this, but I didn't actually build this. I used a blueprint in the workshop. I will put the link for the blueprint of this coaster, not the coaster, but this lift structure in the description, so if any of you guys want to use it, because it looks so good. I mean, it looks really realistic. If you look at the models that they showed at IAPA, it looks pretty spot on. So other than that, this doesn't have any inversions. So yeah, it's going to be a low to the ground speed coaster pretty much. The highest points not very high after the lift hill, and it's just gonna, I want it to be really fast. There's going to be a few special effects, like I said, not too much, just general theming. And I want this whole area to be themed. I really like the theming that Alton Towers did with Wicker Man. I want to kind of go for like a burning forest type of vibe down here. So I'm not sure just yet what I'm calling the coaster, but I did put in this. I'm going to change the colors. But this ride is an insanity. I'm probably going to call it Fire Hatchet, like the axes, the hatchets that firefighters use. Speaking of firefighters, I do think that the theme for the station is going to be a fire station. I feel like that fits in with the theme, and that'll probably tie into the name, I'm sure. We'll see in the next clip. But yeah, so the plan for this episode, I'm just going to finish up. I got the layout done, I got this ride put in, I'm going to put all of the scenery in, I'm going to build the station, and yeah, finish all this up, and then next episode we will be building a ride over here. Alright guys, so we are done with this side of the area for the episode today. It looks really good how I wanted it, the vibes that I wanted you to get from being in this area. Looks great. The surrounding areas aren't just bushes, it's a lot of, dead branches and dead bushes, dead grass, kind of the burning forest type vibe that you're going to get in this area. Like I said in the previous clip, Fire Hatchet would be the name. The sign, it's okay, it's what I could do, it's not anything special, but it doesn't look bad. And the ride looks pretty good too. I wanted to raise it up, elevate it a bit, just to I don't know, create a different sight line for this area, and also just, it's unique, it's different. I like it. It adds some character to the area. I found this cool like wildfire sign on the Steam Workshop, so I used that. It really matches. This is the burning forest. There would be, out in California where there's a lot of wildfires, they have a lot of signs where they have this meter to warn you on the dangers of fire that, specific day. So that looks good. The name of the ride is Blaze. I believe that's probably the most fitting name for this ride, as this is supposed to be a very fast-paced GCI, and it's just a fire blazing through the forest. It's a fitting name. The special effects are fire, obviously not real fire. It would be fake. Fakes, it wouldn't be real. It would just light the whole coaster on fire. But I wanted to add something. Oh, the autosave's happening. But yeah, so Blaze is the name, and I couldn't really come up. I tried making a good sign with fire, but I couldn't get the shapes to work right. So I just ended up going with one of these wood boards behind it, because it's not that bad. It looks good enough, and it's on side of the roller coaster, so it was gonna look. I was having trouble with the logo, if you couldn't tell. But I think this worked out fine for now. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. just has to be an entrance and show the guests what the ride is. Speaking of the rest of the ride, we do have the fire station, the station that's themed to a fire station. I think it looks pretty good. It was hard to really figure out what I wanted to do for the fire station. If I wanted to make it a rectangle like I did, I ended up making a rectangle, obviously. But yeah, it looks pretty good, I think. The fire truck outside and one inside, going through the queue. The inside of the station is not complete, but it will be by the next episode. I just have to figure out what I want to put the row numbers up, and I want to figure out if I can get a better font for it. But if not, I'll figure it out. So yeah, that is how this area is looking. I am going to show you guys some off-ride footage in a minute here, but I want to show you the layout itself before we go into that. So coming out of the station, you have this little turnaround. I wanted to put some tarmac by the station and around because, you know, normally there would be a path that would lead you to, or not you, but the mechanics to the lift motor. Going up the lift, it's a very fast motor. Like I said, a modern GCI that was probably built in 2021. This would probably be the newest coaster. I know I said the other family coaster would be the newest, but that'll probably be 2017, 2018. So you go down the steep curve drop into a big pop of ejector over the entrance. You go up into this twisted airtime hill, like the one on Lightning Racer, right after the first drop. You go up into this turnaround, a classic GCI turnaround, into an airtime hill that bottoms out into an S-turn over here, goes down, drops down, goes back up, turns back into these effects, up into this hill. This is where the ride kind of slows down a bit. And then you do a turn into this Outer Bank airtime hill, and then a turn back up and into the brake run. It is a great coaster, very fast, lots of airtime. And yeah, so that's going to do it for this episode. I'll show you the off-ride and the point of view right now. But until next week when we build the log flume, have a great day, and I will see you guys later.